Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hope all is well. I am Candace G. Smith, Master Healer, Teacher, Spiritualist, and I am doing a channeled message for you all this morning. Okay, so, okay, I don't even know where to start. As you guys know, we go through 7 year cycles, and our 7 year cycle is coming to an end. Starting January 3rd, 2021, a lot of people are either going to stay. To me, I visualize it as a train. It's called the 7 year train. I see like all these people on a train who have been repeating cycles, repeating the same things over and over and over and over and over again for the past 7 years. So for those of you guys who are like, oh my God, it seems like I'm the same. I'm just about in the same place where I was at, 7 years ago, or I've been repeating the same things over and over and over again. If you think back, if you count back, you've probably been going through it for the past 7 years. You now have the opportunity to get off the train. You have the opportunity. The train stops at the station, the new beginning station, new cycle station, on January 3rd, 2021. Now, if you are stuck, if you are choosing to stay on that train, then it's going to go back around its route again, which means that you'll be on that train for the past 7 years, or next 7 years. It doesn't mean that you have to repeat different lessons or anything like that, but it just means that you repeat some of the same things over and over and over again. Like, so for example, I've been on the train. I don't know if you guys ever, for people who are on Facebook, if you notice how like the memories when they pop up, how you be like, oh my God, I just did this last year, or I just said that last year. This happens to me, like this has been happening to me for the past 2 years, where I will have the memories pop up and it'll go all the way back to the past 7 years. And it's like I'm saying the same exact things like every single year, or doing the same exact things like every single year, or I'm traveling, going to the same, like different places. I'm doing the same things. And it's like, it's different, but I'm just repeating. It's almost like the movie Groundhog Day. It's repeating the same year. Is different, but repeating the same year over and over and over again until you realize it. And most people, when they're coming to the end of that train, will notice that, like, wow, I was doing this around the same time last year. I was doing this around the same time 3 years ago. I was doing this around, and it's basically you're repeating a cycle. It's just like Groundhog Day. You're repeating the same year over and over and over again, and that's what the 7 years is. So around the same time each year, the same things tend to happen, and that's what the train is all about. Now, for those of you guys who are ready to get off of the train, you have to make some decisions now. Now. I can't stress that enough. If you're ready to move on and move forward to new lessons and to new experiences, your opportunity is coming up January 3rd. It's coming up where you can get off the train and go into a new phase of your life. I was looking at these cards right here. I'm looking at the cards. And basically, what I was doing, I was asking the energy. Everything's a spirit. And I was asking the energy, like, what do people need to know about this next 7 years? Because it's almost like you're going to be repeating the same day, but in 2021, oh my God, it's going to be all kinds of quick, drastic changes, lessons, back to back lessons over and over and over again. So you're going to be repeating the same. If you're choosing to stay on the train and repeat the next 7 years again, you're going to repeat the same day, but the lessons are going to be drastic change where you're like, it's going to be head spinning. I can't stress that enough. You have the opportunity to get off the train. You have the opportunity, for those of you guys who are deciding to move into a new direction, or to move on, or to get off the train. For those of you guys who are doing that, when I tell you this is going to be the year where, like, literally miracles, magic, again, it's the type of thing where you are going to notice that all those things that you've been waiting for, all the things you've been waiting for your whole entire life, everything you've been waiting for is just going to fall into your lap. It's just going to happen. Like, again, and I know that I've spoken about 2021 before, and how and I haven't channeled 2022 yet, but I'm with 2021. It's crazy because, like I said, like, looking at even doing the annual oh, by the way, too, as well, again, you guys, this is my last week accepting people are taking orders for the annual reading, the 2021 reading. When I tell you the readings I've been doing have been like, there's more people staying on the train than getting off of it. And it's just so unfortunate because now is the time for those of you guys who have literally been like, I'm tired of repeating cycles. Now is your time. Now is your chance to get off the train and move on to something new. You only have a very small window, and it's already December, because on January 3rd, 2021, the train is taking off again. And if you're on that seat, if your butt is on a seat, you're going to repeat. You can't get off. You have to ride the whole ride. Like, you're not, unless you just die or you leave the earth, but you can't get off. Like, you're going to repeat that same cycle. You have to ride the train again. So you have the opportunity to get off the train and walk into your destiny, walk into your future. For those of you guys who are getting off the train, you're going to notice that the things that you've been working hard for, like, and I hear this all the time, like, Candace, I just feel so close. I feel like everything I want is at my fingertips. I feel everything I want is right there. And you're right. You're going to get it. You're going to notice that it's going to be quick, drastic change. And again, when I was talking in about 2021 in the other video that I did, I think it's a few videos ago, I was saying, like, it could be a person who's homeless under a bridge, and on a Friday, opportunity, something happens where they have an opportunity where they're no longer homeless. They're in a big old giant beautiful house, all bills paid, brand new car, everything, like drastic change like that, where it's like you're almost there. So I highly suggest, I've been doing like a lot of energy readings for this, only because people are like, people that can feel. I'm getting a lot of people who are like, I'm just tired of repeating the same cycles. I'm tired of attracting the same type of people. I'm tired of every single time that I feel like I'm walking up 10 steps, I'm getting knocked back 7 steps. Everything I try to do, I walk 10 steps, I get knocked back 9. It's like, and that's going to continue on after. If you don't get off this train, you're going to keep going through that. It's not going to change. You guys know if you go back to all my videos, I have said a lot of things to people, and a lot of things I've said has happened. Here's the opportunity to move on. It's like, here's the opportunity. I told you guys about 2020. I told you guys about 2019. Now I'm telling you about 2021. For those of you guys who are tired of repeating the same cycle, your opportunity is here to get off that train. You have the opportunity to get off and to go into a new way, a new life, a new direction. It's time. The star is here. The star is crowning number 7, and you literally have the opportunity to go into a new space. Again, for those of you guys, which is crazy, because if I were to, and I'm actually going to ask right now what the percentage is, who's staying on the train and who's not. I'm actually going to ask. So if there was a pie scale, there was a pie of 100%. The ones that are staying on the train, and these people aren't even aware that they have the opportunity to get off of the train yet. They're not even aware about this. But the ones who are staying on the train, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82. 83% of this world is going to repeat another 7-year cycle. 83%. 83%. 83%. That means only 17% of y'all are getting off the train. As of today, anyway, as of right now, only 17% of the world is getting off the train to move on to something new, something different. If you are a person, and I'm talking to you, if you know that you've been repeating the same things, if you look back at your years and you're like, wow, I've been doing the same things, or the same things are happening, it might be different people, it might be in a different environment. You probably tried everything. You probably tried to move. You probably tried to change and shift some things. And you still end up back at square one. You're on that train and you're getting ready to head back around the route, but you still have a moment. You still have time to get off of it. For those of you guys who are getting off the train, I think you have this sense of in this very small percentage. So I had one client, I did her yearly calendar video. I did her calendar, and she was so confident, like so confident. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm getting off. I'm ending the cycle." But when I tell you, every other month, it was like the same thing. It reminded me of um, like a dog that's connected to a tree, and it's like like the 8 foot rope around his neck, and it gets to running and running, running, and it gets pulled back because it still has that restriction. And it was every other month. It was like she was repeating the same exact month. Like I had to stop and let her know, like, I don't feel comfortable even continuing. Like, we have to make some changes and some decisions real quick, because you're repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And so I gave her what she needed to do. So we'll see today. I gave her 2 rituals to do. So we'll see today if it has actually shifted her calendar year. I believe it has. I can kind of feel the difference. I believe it has. But I'm going to look into that today when I redo her calendar. But yeah, you guys, the 7 years is here. The 7 years is almost here. January 3rd, you either going to stay on the train, repeat the same life again for 7 years, or you're going to get off and go into something new. And for those who are getting off, when I'm telling you, like, man, your life, it's just so many positive energies. I mean, you're talking about financial abundance, growth. Your health is it's like magical miracles type of life, happy celebrations, like a lot of stability coming out of this energy of feeling unfulfilled, and going into this place of like happiness and just joy, and having stability coming out of conflict. Like you might have a cycle of like, you have temporary relationships, you're going into a sense of strength and like the stability, love, partnerships, family. Some of you guys are going to be finally having babies and just a family. Like for those of you guys who are moving on, like the cycle is ended, the temporary relationships have ended, the instability with finances have ended. Like your happiness is restored for those who are getting off the train. And you guys who are on a train now, and who know that this sounds like you, where it's like you're repeating all of this unfulfilled life, you're repeating all these unfulfilled experiences in your life. Like you have the opportunity to get off the train. You have the opportunity to get off the train. It's right here. It's right here. I think the thing is, a lot of people don't know that they're on it, and so they're going to stay on it anyway. But you guys now know. So even if you know somebody that needs to hear this or know this, you can always book a session with me. If you're not sure, or if you want to know how you can get off your repeated cycles, you still have time. So you can book a session with me on my website, which is in the description box, if you feel drawn to do so. And I can help you. I can tell you what it is that you're repeating, so you can hurry up and learn a lesson. You still have time. You still have time to move forward and get off of this train, the 7-year train. So I just wanted to do this message. I wasn't really going to talk about 2021 anymore, because I feel like I've done enough videos, but I needed to talk about this. I finally got the date of when the next cycle is going to begin, which is January the 3rd. So if you're on a train, you got to ride it again. No matter what you try to do, you're going to have to repeat the days and stuff, your cycle again for the next 7 years. But you right now have the opportunity to get off. You do. It's so close. Like you're so close to having everything at your fingertips. Like everything that's at your fingertips is there, and it's there for you to have if you want it. But you have to get off you have to stop repeating the same cycle. And so you can ride the train, the 7-year train, or you not. But if you do need help with identifying what your stagnation may be, or even advice as to how to move on to the new phase on January the 3rd, like I said, feel free to book me. You can go on my website, www.candicegsmith.net. And again, I'll put it in the description. And you can always book a session, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know, number one, if you're repeating a cycle, and I'll also let you know if there's anything you can do to get off the train, or what you'll need to do, so you can go ahead and move forward. Okay, so you guys be blessed, take care, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.